started a brand new martial arts in the last 3 months, there are several things you need to know before you really get into the deep nitty gritty cool stuff like, boom, taekwondo kicks, or, stuff like this, right? You need to understand 3 basic things before you get into learning these advanced tricks and advanced moves. And it's going to be, the first one is going to be understanding that footwork is king, right? If you're brand new and you're a beginner, focus on your footwork before everything else, because that's what you're going to need, right? Because if you have bad footwork, you're going to cross yourself up and you're going to fall, right? Or you're trying to go forward and you kind of just stumble forward, or you lead with your head and you're just off balance all the freaking time. And it's just like, man, that's just not good in general, because you could be fighting a bag, and if you have bad footwork and you cross yourself up, you might actually lose the goddamn bag, right? You might just fall on your head and just fall face forward and lose to the bag. Not even a real person. That's just because you have bad footwork, and that's what you need to focus on, right? Focus on having good footwork, and good footwork always stems from not crossing your feet up. And a lot of beginner mistakes I see people do is when they learn footwork, or when they start training, they ignore footwork completely, and their footwork looks like this. They want to move to the right, so they move their left feet over and they go to the right like this. They want to go to the left, they move the right foot over, they go like this. And they want to go to the side, they do this, and it's just like horrible. So what you should be doing is, like, let's say you want to go to the right, right? You're gonna want to move your right foot first and then bring your left foot over. Boom, boom. You want to go to the left, move your left foot, and then your right foot. You want to go forward, move your front foot, boom, and then move your back foot, boom. And at all times, also if you want to go back foot back, and then front foot backwards, right? But at all times, you should never be like out of your stance. There should never be a time where you're either too close in, right? Because you're also like pretty off balance here. There's opportunity for some, like, if someone pushes you right now, you're gonna fall, right? But if you're like this and your feet are too far apart, you're also gonna fall. Like, you're gonna be pushed over pretty easily as well, right? And it's just not a good athletic fighting position in general, right? So you should always be in your stance, right? Whatever that stance is. You have Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing. So your stances are somewhat different, but the basic principle is always try to be in your stance for the most part, right? So always try to be in your stance, and it all starts with, again, you want to go to the right, move your right foot forward, or right foot first, and then move your left. You want to go to the left, move your left foot first, then your right foot. If you want to go forward, move your front foot forward, and then your back. You want to go back, move your back first, and then you move your front. Vice versa, all these types of things, right? So that's footwork. That's what you need to focus on, so you don't cross yourself up, and so you can really derive power from the ground, because that's where power comes from. That's where speed comes from. That's where the whole basis of martial arts comes from the ground. So learn footwork first, and then that's what you need, right? So secondly, after that, you need to have good form. Good form, learning basic form, learning, to keep your hands up, right? For the most part, you should always be keeping your hands up. I know you probably see Muhammad Ali, you see some of these other fighters out there who they keep their hands down all the time, and for the most part, that's great. That's great. That's great for them, because it works for them, but that's only because they only started doing that after they learned the basic rules, right? They learned, keep their hands up. They learn, if I want to punch a certain way, this is exactly how I do it. They learn all the basics first. They learn all the form first, right? After that, that's when they started being able to break the rules. You need to first learn the rules to be able to break the rules. So first and foremost, learn footwork, then learn form, right? Having correct form. You want to throw a front kick? Boom. I'm going to bring my foot up. Boom. And I'm going to push it out. Boom. Oh, you want to learn a cross? I'm going to extend my right arm at the same time my right foot is pivoting. Boom. Like, I'm just going over some basics here. I'm not going to go over every single move, right? But I'm just saying, focus on form, right? That was just an example, right? Focus on form, get it correct, and learn how to do it correctly. And if you're having issues on learning how to do it correctly, I do have a free school community down in the description below where we teach, we have online seminars, courses, we have accountability, we have a great community of fighters all around the world that we help train, help teach, become smarter fighters. And one of the things we teach is form correction, right? So you send us a video of you and we just correct your form, whatever it is, right? But besides that, yeah, footwork and form, guys. And the last thing you need to really, really focus on and emphasize above all the other ones I just mentioned is going to be working on your mindset. Working on your mindset. I know this might seem like, dude, I'm a beginner. What do you mean mindset? This doesn't even, I've never even heard of this stupid blasphemous concept, right? But that's true. It's true. Like, you need to focus on mindset, because here's the thing. If you want to get better, it all starts with putting in the reps. It all starts with putting in the sets, putting in the work, putting in the time, the blood, the sweat, the hours, the tears, whatever it is. Putting in that work, right? And the first thing you need to do to begin to put in that work is to have a good mindset that tells you, hey, it's time to move, it's time to work, it's time to get to action, right? And you're not going to have that if you're just going to be, sitting around and not actively trying to improve it, right? You need to consistently be like, if you're in your gym and your coach says, do this, X, Y, and Z, don't just do exactly what he tells you to do. Try to do a little bit more than that, right? If you see someone else, here's like one thing that I dislike seeing all the time, right? When I go to my gym and, there's usually going to be a bell and we're going to be like, okay, we're going to drill this for 5 minutes, right? We're drilling it 5 minutes and then we're going to have a 1 minute rest. The people who rest in that 1 minute rest time, they're not saying they're not improving. It's just that they're not improving as much as they could be. I'm not saying you should just like not rest at all. I'm just saying, if you can go and push a little bit more, try to push a little bit more, right? After that 5 minute bell rings and there's going to be a 1 minute rest, try to get in another 30 seconds of effort in. Rest for only 30 seconds. Sure, right? It'll improve you in the long term. It'll help you get better in the long term. Try to put in just that extra amount of effort, and I guarantee you that'll make all the difference. Try to do that, and I guarantee you you'll become way, way better, way faster. And it all starts in the mind. You have to tell yourself, if I want to become better than everyone else, or if I want to get better to prove something to myself, I need to start right now. I need to put in a little bit extra effort. And that's what it is, right? And it's not just like, when there's rest rounds or whatever it is. It's also days when the gym is closed. Days when, days when you just don't feel like it. Days when you're just like, I don't really want to pull up to the gym, man. Days when you're scared. You're scared to go into sparring. You're scared to train. You're scared to be embarrassed because you don't know how to do this move. You're scared. You need to cut all that out. You need to work on your mindset. You need to tell yourself, I don't care if I'm scared. I don't care if I don't want to do this. I don't care if I'm not sure how to do this. I'm going to learn. I'm going to improve, and I'm going to work hard. You need to work on that because, once you have the why, people like to say this all the time. Once you have the why, right, the how to get there is super easy. You need to figure out why you're starting this. Why are you learning martial arts? Are you doing it for fun? Are you doing it to learn how to defend yourself? Are you learning it to develop yourself as a person? Are you learning it to eventually compete one day? Why are you learning this? And once you have that down and you have your why down, you keep reminding yourself of your why all the time, and kind of brainwashing yourself like, hey, I want to do this. I need to do this. I want to learn this. I have to do this. And you keep brainwashing yourself kind of. Now you have the why. And the how to get there is easy. After you know what it is you want to do and why you want to do it, the how to get there is super, super easy. And again, man, sometimes it boils down to accountability, right? So if you're someone that is kind of like unaccountable and you just can't keep yourself like accountable to training on time, going to the gym on time, working hard, or sometimes you just don't even know what you should be working on, I want you guys to click on the first link down in the description below. Click on striking or smarter striking, and I want you guys to join that school community. It's free, completely free, guys. Sign up, join that community. Get in touch with me, get in touch with the other people in the community as well, and we'll help you stay accountable. We'll teach you exactly what you need to be doing depending on where you are in your journey, and it's just a great place to be, man. So even if you just, aren't really doing anything right now, man, go ahead and sign up because it's completely free. We have online seminars. We go over the basics. We go over more advanced stuff as well, and we go over mentality, accountability, fight tips. It's just a great place to be in general, right? So if that's something you guys want to do, make sure you guys join that. And also, if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, guys, peace out.